Hi, I'm Anqoinette Crosby. Welcome to County Report this week. Coming up on today's show, the county executive opens up about the projects he's most proud of during a year in review. Plus, what the Kid Museum is doing to spark interest in STEM programs for MCPS students. And later, we go behind the scenes of a local production of the holiday favorite, the Nutcracker. But first, each year on the first Tuesday in December, there is something the council does like clockwork. They elect new officers. In this report, Susan Kennedy tells us who they elected to serve as president and VP for 2018.
I move that we elect Hans Remer as the next president of the Montgomery County Council.
All in favor.
Nominated by his colleague, Councilmember Sidney Katz, newly elected Council President Hans Remer says he plans to use his term to build on the county's reputation as an inclusive metropolitan community.
People used to come here to get away from the city. Now I hear from residents that they want to be closer to restaurants and entertainment. They want streets that are safe for walking and biking. They want more access to public transportation. We have an emerging local brewery scene. We can confidently say, when Marriott or Amazon calls, we have the thriving downtowns, transit, workforce, inclusive values, and progressive culture they're looking for.
The council elected Nancy Navarro as its vice president. It will be the second time she will serve in that capacity. Councilmember Roger Berliner leaves his term with a list of accomplishments. He told his colleagues the council's work during his presidency was a reflection of the county's political culture.
We balanced our budget without raising taxes. We did this while fully funding the Board of Education's $2.52 billion operating budget and fund initiatives to help close the achievement gap. We supported those in greatest need by maintaining and strengthening our strong safety net, supporting our county's nonprofits that do such important work, raising the minimum wage, and we addressed the threat to our public safety posed by the scourge of MS-13.
Yeah.
But before passing the gavel to President Remer, Mr. Berliner took a moment to thank two longtime council staff for their years of steadfast dedication as both move on to retirement in the coming weeks. Council Staff Director Steve Farber and Council Clerk Linda Lauer.
We applaud you with enormous gratitude.
President Remer also spoke about his goals for his upcoming term, including the expansion of pre-kindergarten education.
Still, there remains a giant gap in our educational system, 0 to 5 years old. That gap is causing low-income kids to fall behind before they ever enter kindergarten. It is time for us to embrace the goal of making sure that all children start kindergarten ready to learn.
In Rockville, I'm Susan Kennedy for County Report This Week.
As 2017 comes to an end, it's time to assess how this year has fared for county government. Recently, County Executive Ike Leggett did just that on the Montgomery al Dia radio show. He talked about legislation that passed and that will make a difference, such as the minimum wage increase. He also touched on the financial picture for fiscal year 19, the Wheaton redesign and Purple Line. To describe 2017, well, the executive used one word.
I would say cautious, and the reason I say that is because 2017 is a transition year. We have the beginning of a new president that really has formally taken effect now. The impact of the initiatives at the state and federal level certainly will have a tremendous impact on Montgomery County. And so I approached this year with optimism, but also with some caution because I wanted to make certain that we were best positioned to move forward.
You can watch the entire interview on County Cable Montgomery and also on the county's YouTube channel. It was a packed party for this year's County Executives Ball. More than 1,000 people attended the 32nd annual event. It was hosted by Fox 5's entertainment reporter Kevin McCarthy. The ball was held at the Bethesda North Marriott Hotel and Conference Center. Everyone dined and danced, all for a good cause to raise money for arts education in the county. Because County Executive Ike Leggett will not run for re-election next year, this ball had special meaning for many.
We are elated to be here for what is going to be our county exec's final executive ball. We are so pleased with what he's done over the many, many years for our county, and we wish him even more success as he goes on to other things.
Last year, the ball gave out grants totaling $160,000 to more than 80 arts and humanities organizations. Have you had your flu shot yet? If not, county health officials are urging you to get one. The flu virus is still circulating and can make you very sick. Although the flu vaccination clinics that the county sponsored have ended, there are still places that you can go, such as private health providers and retail locations. To find one near you, go to montgomerycountymd.gov/flu or vaccinefinder.org. The time is almost up for you to enroll in the Affordable Care Act. Open enrollment is going on now until December 15th. If you have questions, the county's Department of Health and Human Services is there to help. If you already have coverage through the Maryland Health Connection, you must renew your policy. Applications can be submitted at marylandhealthconnection.gov. County clinics are also able to help you fill out the form. For more information on those locations, call 311. Coming up on County Report this week, young people get very candid with county leaders during a youth town hall. And we have the winner of the Council Member for a Day Challenge. Keep it right here. We'll be right back.
In Montgomery County, we have a goal to reduce waste and recycle 70% of all waste by 2020. By recycling and reducing waste, we save natural resources and make our community even better. So recycle at home, work, school, everywhere, and keep recycling going. For more information, call the Montgomery County, Maryland Division of Solid Waste Services at 311 or visit montgomerycountymd.gov/recycling.
Keep it going. Recycle more now.
Did you know there are more than 10,000 county government phone numbers? But there's only one number you need to remember for non-emergency calls, 311. MC311 is Montgomery County government's online telephone information system. Need information? Have a problem or complaint? Trying to locate a county government facility? Call 311. The call center is open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. The website is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Welcome back to County Report this week. I'm Anqoinette Crosby. If you're doing new construction in Montgomery County, you need to be aware of a new green code. That's why the Department of Permitting Services is holding an open house. It'll be on December 18th. Mark Nauman is here to tell us more about the new code. Mark, thanks for being here. Can you tell us more about it and what does this mean for construction in the county?
Well, the International Green Construction Code, or the IGCC, it coordinates with the other model codes, such as the Energy Conservation Code, ASHRAE 90.1, as well as many other codes and standards. It takes an integrated approach to design, construction, and building operations, and it includes measures to improve upon indoor environmental air quality, reduce the impact on natural resources, and provide for better neighborhood connectivity and walkability. The IGCC will apply to all new commercial construction and additions of 5,000 square feet and greater.
Why is the new code so important for our future?
Well, buildings account for over 12% of water use, 40% of CO2 emissions, 65% of waste input, and over 70% of energy consumption. The IGCC offers measures to help improve upon these problems by reducing the impact on natural resources, providing for renewable sites, as well as economic and societal benefits. The IGCC offers solutions in terms of providing resilience to things like natural disasters, climate change, resource consumption and management, as well as service interruptions due to unforeseen events.
Tell us about the open house and why residents should attend.
Well, DPS is hosting an open house in the auditorium of the Executive Office Building in Rockville, Maryland, on Monday, December the 18th, from 10 until 1. The intended audience are design professionals, builders, and developers. And the purpose of the open house is to introduce the IGCC implementation process and what people need to know to be able to make it through from permit submission right on through to occupancy. However, anyone, any citizen, any private individual is welcome to attend if they wish to learn more about the permitting, review, and inspection process.
Mark, thank you so much for joining us. To learn more about the new Green Code and the open house, visit the DPS website. Students in Montgomery County prove that they are not shy about voicing their opinions to county leaders. MyMC Media's Mitty Hicks has more about the issues that had them talking.
I just wanted to know, to what degree will you guys be funding our proposed budget this year?
Some students in Montgomery County may not be old enough to vote, but that didn't stop them from discussing county policies and issues with the Montgomery County Council.
We get to make the final decision. It's not easy, but it's so critical to hear from you, because oftentimes, I'll be honest with you, a lot of the people that come to talk to us are people that often come to talk to us with a particular point of view.
During the council's 7th annual Youth Town Hall meeting, students addressed problems such as bullying, overcrowding in schools, and the rising cost of higher education.
There's a lot of really smart people who they don't consider going to some of the best colleges because of just the amount of money that it would cost them and how in the future they would be bogged down with student debt.
Eliminating gang recruitment and violence, assessing mental health resources, and extending transportation times on ride-on for extracurricular activities were also areas of concern for students.
So we were just asking if you guys could kind of extend, or what's the possible, opportunities for extending those times for us to ride the bus or the metro.
The forum allows youth in the community to talk with their local government officials about issues that affect them directly.
What kind of policy and what you're willing to implement in order to improve access to mental health treatment, both in our community and our schools.
A lot of our youth, unfortunately, feel disconnected from our government, have a distrust of politics as a whole, and that it's not representative of them. And so it really is important for them to understand that their interaction with government is something that they have the power to control.
In Rockville, I'm Mitty Hicks for County Report This Week.
Reading about government in history books is one thing. Becoming a council member for a day is even better. Susan Kennedy and Mike Springerth were there to capture the big moment that the winner was announced.
That's really great. Excellent. Hi, Hannah. Craig, one of the challenges we always hear is that young people aren't engaged in government, aren't engaged in politics. And so this really gives folks an opportunity to understand how they can play a role. They can be a council member for a day as a part of this contest, but even more so, what we want to teach is a lesson about these ideas that they have are pertinent for government.
This was really, really difficult, but the essay that we picked was one that was so moving and really highlights our conversations that we have around this country about the seriousness of mental health. And so let's give it up for Moira Johnson from Montgomery Blair High School, our winner.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Hi, I'm Moira Johnson. I'm a senior at Blair, and our teacher basically told us about this assignment, and we did it for a class project, and I wrote mine about my experience with my mom's cancer treatment, basically. She's now a survivor of breast cancer.
5 years ago, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. It just kind of hit us with a ton of bricks since I was healthy. No one saw this coming. It was not only traumatic for me going through chemo and radiation and working on just feeling better, but it really impacted my daughter as well, being the oldest child and my mini-me. She really took on a lot of responsibilities that no 12-year-old should have to take on, caring for her brother, getting dinner ready, and really stepping up as a mini mom to the entire family.
It's truly amazing when you look at these essays, when you watch these videos, and how good they truly are. It really shows that our school system is doing some great things and that our schools are producing some great students that are coming out that are going to be a part of our workforce someday.
I am just so honored to be Moira's mom. She is so poised and well-spoken. She has a great future ahead of her, possibly as a lawyer or as a public servant. She's very eloquent, and I'm just so very, very proud of her.
Coming up on County Report this week, the co-founder of Honest Tea spills great business advice to MC students. Plus, what Rockville is doing to help local children in need have a happy holiday. Stay with us. County Report this week. We'll be right back.
Looking for a way to shop and save this holiday season, all while benefiting local nonprofits? There's a card for that. The Rockville Rewards program helps the community and encourages residents to shop locally. You can purchase the card from your favorite local nonprofit or online for $25, and it's valid for 1 year. So get into the holiday spirit and put your money where your heart is. Find a list of local nonprofits and purchase a card at rockvillerewards.com.
Welcome back to County Report this week. I'm Anqoinette Crosby. While in grad school, Seth Goldman had an idea that quenched a need. Now he's the co-founder of Honest Tea. The beverage company is based in Bethesda. That's why Montgomery College invited him to speak about turning ideas into the real deal.
Montgomery College President Darian Pollard welcomed special guest Seth Goldman, co-founder of Honest Tea, last Tuesday in Rockville. Goldman shared his expertise on fair trade merchandising and what it means to be an American businessman in a global economy.
Travel has absolutely expanded, not just the way I see the world, but the way I think about the world. And certainly tea. Tea is the world's second most popular drink. It's second only to water. Yes. So both China and Russia are huge tea drinking countries and cultures, and I spent a year in each of those. And what I learned about tea is that it really is this drink people share. It's how friendships are formed or sorrows are shared. It's really the first way you connect with somebody in those countries is to share a cup of tea. And so I thought, wow, that would be that's a wonderful thing to be doing here in this country if we can help connect people, not just to each other, but to nature as well.
You may want to ask yourself how the name Honest Tea, based in Bethesda, came to be Goldman's brand.
Yeah. And so when I reached out to him, I had said, when I was a student, we had actually talked about the idea for a juice and seltzer business, which is not tea at all. It's just a lightly sweetened juice and seltzer. And he said, I just came back from India, and I was studying the tea industry, and while I was there, I came up with this name, Honest Tea. And I'm like, wow, that's amazing, right? That's got the health orientation. It's got that socially responsible aspiration embedded in the name. It's a natural product. It tastes good without a lot of sweetener, or it can if you use real tea leaves. And then it kind of just all sort of built on itself.
From startup to international success, Goldman had much to offer the Montgomery College students and the community. In Rockville, for County Report this week, I'm Stan Jones.
Their partnership is working wonders. The Kid Museum and Montgomery County Public Schools have teamed up to get kids excited about science, technology, engineering, and math. MyMC Media's Mitty Hicks explains how they're pulling it all off.
There's a new challenge in town for the more than 30,000 middle school students in Montgomery County.
Is the button pressed or is it not pressed? Right? That's all the information this little thing can give us.
It's called Invent the Future, created by the Kid Museum. The challenge provides a hands-on learning experience to help foster students' interest in STEM.
I've never been to places like this before. It's really fun. It's more hands-on, and instead of just seeing it, I think it's a better way to learn.
Through a series of workshops, the Kid Museum will support students as they develop, design, and build a prototype to address a community problem of their choice. And the reason, Montgomery County leaders say it's all about addressing an urgent issue in terms of economic development.
The county's continuing economic progress depends on the quality of our workforce. So we want young people in our county to be able to take the jobs that the companies want to create in technical fields and STEM fields, and this helps prepare for that.
Invent the Future is a public-private partnership between Montgomery County, the Inter-American Development Bank, Best Buy, and Montgomery County Public Schools.
It's engaging to them. It causes them to think, it causes them to ask questions, it causes them to work together to solve a problem or create something new, and we all like that feeling of stepping back and saying, we did that together.
I like when the county takes in consideration of what students also like to, make the learning more interesting for them and to get to teach them stuff.
In Bethesda, I'm Mitty Hicks for County Report This Week.
The season of giving continues with Rockville's annual holiday drive. Rock 11 Now's Kathleen Dantzler has more.
So far, the 2017 Rockville Holiday Drive has been a huge success, distributing over 400 Thanksgiving meals to families in need and senior citizens.
This is a great effort to be able to help over 500 families in the city of Rockville to ensure that they really have an enjoyable December holiday.
And there's still time for you to make a huge difference by donating unwrapped toys and $20 Target or Giant gift cards. Drop off toys at City Hall or any city community center by Thursday, December 14th. And now, donating is also just one click away.
We are actually able to do donations online. You'll see a donate online button and you can just click on there.
So join Rockville in the season of giving. Find out more about how you can help and donate. Just head to rockvillemd.gov/holidaydrive.
Coming up on County Report this week, we get a closer look at the county-inspired art from a local painter. And the stage is all set for the holiday return of the Nutcracker. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
Biology is full of statistics, like what percentage of people who get the flu shot still get the flu? Or how can statistics help minimize recovery time from football injuries? And can statistics help political leaders improve healthcare? These are just some of the kinds of projects being worked on in Biostatistics, a 200-level course now offered at MC. Students use R programming language to look at the data and study how it relates to the environment. The numbers really do add up. Learn more at montgomerycollege.edu and search Biostatistics.
Let's get moving, Montgomery County. The Move More Montgomery 100-Mile Challenge is back. That's 1 mile a day for 100 days. Walk, jog, or run a mile for 100 days, or participate in 20 minutes of continuous physical activity. It all counts, and this challenge is for everyone, no matter what your fitness level is. Now make it official by registering online. The challenge officially takes place from January 24th through May 4th. Let's get moving, Montgomery County.
Welcome back to County Report This Week. I'm Anqoinette Crosby. It's become a must-see holiday tradition for thousands of people. And one local ballet company has been bringing the Nutcracker to life for a very long time. MyMC Media's Mitty Hicks shows us how they've performed this feat.
Since it debuted in 1892, families around the world have come together to enjoy the Nutcracker, a holiday tradition. And for the last 2 decades, the Metropolitan Ballet Theater and Academy in Gaithersburg has presented the same beloved performance for the community.
MBT is in its 29th annual season of the Nutcracker. We're very excited to be back at the Robert E. Perilla Performing Arts Center here at Montgomery College in Rockville. It's a very exciting season.
Children who are at least 7 years old are able to audition for the Nutcracker, and according to Paula, everyone gets a role.
We have 111 students from Metropolitan Ballet Theater and Academy in the cast, as well as our adult volunteers dancing in the party scene and our professionals this year.
And since part of MBT's mission is to reach beyond their walls to bring arts to everyone in the community, you may see some familiar faces. The role of Mother Ginger will be cast by various members of the community, including MCM's own Tony Spearman Leach.
It was an honor serving as Mother Ginger this year, as a guest Mother Ginger for the Nutcracker. Nothing is more fun. I have never seen kids who've put so much of their heart, 3 months, 6 days a year, into the art of dance.
And even though MBT is in its 29th year, organizers say the Nutcracker never gets old because for many residents, it's iconic and celebratory for the holiday season. For a list of showtimes, log on to mymcmedia.org. In Rockville, I'm Mitty Hicks for County Report This Week.
Claire Howard is a local painter whose work is inspired by Montgomery County. MyMC Media's Vincent Saragino shows us her artistic creations.
I love all the seasons here. The colors of the fall are beautiful. The sky here is incredibly beautiful, and you'll see a lot of the sky in my work. I've always painted. As a little girl, painting was my most favorite thing to do. I always painted murals and custom oil paintings for my clients as an interior designer. But when we moved here, I really felt a calling to paint full-time. My art is completely influenced by living in this beautiful area. I love going out in my truck and taking pictures and work from the picture, but a lot of that is still in my mind. I have one favorite tool that I work with, and it's a palette knife. It's very worn, and that's the only tool I really use. I find when someone reacts to something that I painted, it begins a dialogue, it begins a connection, that we're thinking along similar lines. And it's amazing how much we all share through art. I'm always just amazed at the beauty around us, and it stops me right in my tracks, and I really lose all thought of anything else other than, wow, what a day. Isn't this beautiful? There's so much beauty around us.
Now it's time to meet our Pet of the Week. Kathy Stanhope joins us from the Montgomery County Animal Services and Adoption Center with more. Kathy?
This lively little girl is Miss Fields. She was found as a stray, but we figure she's just about 2 years old, and she is just a bundle of love. She needs a little training, but she's sweet and affectionate. We think she's a Basenji American Staffordshire Terrier mix. Really, really easy to maintain grooming-wise, and she just will be the perfect pet for some family or somebody who likes to go out running or jogging or walking. She is a really great girl. Please visit Miss Field on the web at montgomerycountymd.gov/ASD or give us a call at 240-773-5900.
With that, we close this edition of County Report This Week. Remember to like us on Facebook and to join us again at this time every week for a look at what's going on inside Montgomery County. I'm Anqoinette Crosby. Thank you for watching.